Shock Monkey Radio is entertainment for adults, by adults, and the views and opinions expressed here do not reflect upon FXBG Public Radio or its sponsors. For additional information, please refer to the United States Bill of Rights. Stand warned. Hello and welcome to Shock Monkey Radio. I'm the Madman. With me, as always, is Nick. As always.
As always. So what else we got?
Yeah, I wanted to take a moment and welcome all our new subscribers. Hello, welcome. This is Shock Monkey Radio. Thank you for your new subscribers. Last week I put out the video, Pigeons with Cowboy Hats, and I got to tell you guys, I love you so much for making that the most viewed video on my channel, because I was so sick of being that Nightwing sexy butt guy. Because before this Pigeons with Cowboy Hats video, my most viewed video was a video about me talking about Nightwing sexy butt. And so I'm glad for get out from under that stigma that Pigeons with Cowboy Hats video has over 3,000 views. Thank you. Got a bunch of new subscribers this week because of it. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
Hey.
So let's talk more about
Christmas movies?
Christmas movies. Die Hard.
Oh, you like Die Hard?
Definitely a Christmas movie. People argue about this. People are like, that's not a Christmas movie. And some people are like, yes, definitely a Christmas movie. And I'm on the latter team. It is definitely a Christmas movie because, what's his name? McClane dressing up a dead guy in a Santa hat and writing on lipstick, now I have a machine gun, ho, ho, ho. That made it a Christmas movie.
Right.
All right. If he didn't do that, if he didn't mess with a dead body in a slightly creepy way, it would have been you could have said that it's just it's incidental that it took place at Christmas, at a Christmas party. But because of that scene, I'm sorry, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best Christmas movies. It's Die Hard. All right? It's Die Hard. It's the
Bruce Willis.
What do they call it? The gold standard of action movies. So it's definitely a Christmas movie, and you don't even have to wait till Christmas to watch it.
You can watch it all year long.
It just happens to take place at Christmas in June.
Right.
When you watch it in June.
Right.
Beer. But it's definitely not my favorite Christmas movie. It's definitely not my favorite Christmas movie. My favorite Christmas movie is Scrooged. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Murray at his zenith, at his best, ranting and being awesome, generally being awesome. There's a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of hilarious bits in that movie. Carol Kane, beating the crap out of him. That was hilarious. But my favorite scene in Scrooged is a very brief scene, and it happens when he goes to the homeless shelter looking for Claire. All right, these three homeless people come up to him, calling him Dick. Dick, oh, you got to meet Dick. You got to meet Dick. And he goes, here, have a drink for us, Dick. Have a drink for us. And he's like, and he pretends to drink with them. They're like, oh, he knows how to live. And then he says, why do you keep calling me Dick? And then Herman, I think that guy's definitely named Herman. All right. Herman says, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Burton. We probably don't know you well enough. Okay, we're going to stop right there. Sorry, Mr. Burton. They thought he was Dick Burton. They thought Bill Murray was Dick Burton. And that in itself is hilarious. Okay? Because go look at pictures of Dick Burton. And you're like, yeah, you can reasonably make that mistake, especially if you were drunk. And then he says, I'm sorry, we probably don't know you well enough to call you Dick, Mr. Burton. But we figured after The Exorcist 2 and Night of the Iguana, we thought we had something special going, which is hilarious. 2 Dick Burton movies, by the way. Right. I want to know this guy's story. Herman's story is like, what, did you work with him on Exorcist 2 and
it's just
Night
a
of the
crazy
Iguana?
Homeless person. That's like
What's
things
his
he
story?
knows.
Why does he think this? And so they go, can you just do us a favor, do a couple of lines from Hamlet? And Bill Murray just goes off and says, ooh, my God, just this fake language. And ends it with like, I swear, by the forswear. And they're just like, oh my God, Dick Burton doing some Hamlet.
Beautiful.
And he screamed at, now beat it before I beat you. And this is what I love about Bill Murray's character in Scrooged, is because in that moment, you see that he is definitely a dick. All right. But he's having fun with the fact that he's a dick. And so when he does the flip at the end of the movie, you see he still has that kind of playful angle. It's like, even when he's screaming at people and being just the most horrible person you've ever met, it's like there's a sense of humor to it that if for any reason other at all is just to entertain him.
Right.
you know.
That's
But
how most dicks are, though, in real
Yes.
life. Where you're like, I thought it was funny. Everyone else like, dude, that was super offensive. You're like, but it was kind of funny, though.
exactly.
Yeah, it 100%. The metaphor in that is perfect.
Well, that's what I love about him as a character is that you saw that there were flashes of that playful nature to him, and then when he flips, he comes out of the elevator, and Elliot Laudermilk is there to murder him. All right, he just starts playing with him, like
Right.
blowing on his belly and.
Yeah, they did. I just saw the newer one that had the Jim Carrey. It's animated, but Jim Carrey like does the role. But they do the dick scene in that too. But it doesn't look like Jim Carrey. Obviously, it's a cartoon. Like, well, those like
I'm sure they probably
animated-
draw him to look like Jim Carrey.
kind of, but it's like a story and just a thing where you can't. I don't think you could tell, and like the voice maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't put it together. I just saw it says Jim Carrey was in the movie, and I was like, oh, didn't see him because it was a fucking cartoon, but I do get it. But they did do the dick scene in that too, which is funny.
Richard
because
Burton. Yeah.
He does, yeah, he does. Kind of, like the way they draw the character still is similar to Bill Murray's character in the original one. And
I don't think anyone else could have done that scene better.
no, he's perfect on that, and that's also like his second time travelish movie, was where he did the Groundhog's Day, where it's like
Right,
the same day over and over, and then that one's kind of like he plays that role really well with like.
Yeah, being a cynical
Being
jackass,
weird, jackass,
asshole,
and then and then magic happening, and then you
then
still
becomes a
kind of
nice
fight
guy.
it, kind of,
Yeah.
and then you end up doing it, but
It was definitely good.
because at the
Definitely.
beginning of the Christmas one too, he's trying to fight it the whole time, and then he buys into it after
Yeah.
that. He's like, "Fuck it, I've seen what's happening. Like, just let it be over. I'll listen."
Let's go on to another one of my favorites is A Christmas Story.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason why I think that this movie is far more relevant these days than it used to be is because it takes place in that era, that pre-internet era, where you entertained yourself by sticking your tongue to frozen poles.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah, and getting a BB gun was the best Christmas gift ever.
Also with the kids though, that era of that 80s era that we kind of grew up in at the end of, which is like pushing the kid down the slide. What did you want? Go down. You just what? It was a lot more acceptable back then. Just kids were kids to everybody. It was just a thing.
The little monkeys you threw around.
Yeah, just go down the slide, whatever, kid. You got you asked for your wish. Yeah.
You asked for your wish.
I'm scared. And you're like, yeah, well, I'll help you.
Ho ho.
Yeah, you know how
ho.
much trouble you get in pushing a kid down a slide scared
Right?
these days as a
With
mall employee?
Yeah. Well, the whole idea they just put the kids in this line and they went off and did their shopping.
Right. That was real life then.
Yeah, that's what it was like back then.
Yeah.
And that's why I love those movies. Is because a lot of kids coming up these days have no idea what it was like before the internet.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, and everybody babying there. Oh, can't do that. Don't push kids down the
Exactly.
slide.
Exactly. And it's like, when's the last time you saw two 8-year-old boys fighting in the front lawn? You know? Come on.
Right. Yeah, they're gonna do it anyway.
Man. What other good Christmas movies? Gremlins. Gremlins is such a great and excellent Christmas movie. I cannot recommend it enough. It's got the perfect balance between cute, stupid, and violent. Minus one very macabre scene. I don't know if you remember Phoebe Cates telling the story about how her dad dressed up as Santa and went down the chimney with a bunch of presents, ended up getting stuck and dying.
Oh shit.
Do you remember that scene?
No, I
a lot of
did
people
not.
blocked it out. Okay,
Yeah.
for this, to save on therapy bills. Yeah, and so she tells this story about how this happened to her dad. Her dad died, and she became like a Jehovah's Witness or something, and so she hates Christmas.
Right.
And so, barring that, Gremlins is a pretty great Christmas movie because all this murdering and stuff like that, people murdering
Right.
Gremlins murdering people, all takes place upon the backdrop of a beautiful Christmas night in a small town and life in a northern town.
I think it's PG also, right?
What in the world? What is that about? That was weird. Anyway, silence your cell phone, please.
I was gonna say, use your cell phone on your show. It's your show, though. You do whatever you want to.
I guess he planned this.
Shock Monkey Radios. Listen at your own discretion. I don't know if we have the rights to that music.
Yeah, I love it. We don't. That's why I turned. That's why I turned it off.
We didn't play enough of it to get it cut.
Do you have a favorite Christmas movie? I think I covered all my favorites.
I liked Home Alone. Obviously, I'm gonna make that joke. That is as a kid, that was a cool movie just based off of the fact that I think it would be cool to set up booby traps in your house. Do you know what I mean? Like that was the thing. Like they never worked. You know how many times you've tried to set up booby traps and they never worked as good as those. So
I had one that worked pretty good. The problem would be though is that you grow up to be the jigsaw killer, you know, because people
setting mazes in your house for people to break it. You could have just called the cops and been like, "Yo, someone plans on breaking into my house." You're like, "I'm gonna set up all these fucking traps in here."
Instead, Kevin McAllister says, "Wet bandits. I want to play a game."
Yeah, do you want to come to the house? I'm done. You could have called the fucking cops or called your parents at some point. You fucking went grocery shopping and shit. You're right, poke a lot of holes in that one.
There's a ton of
the Santa Claus though. I like that one too with Tim Allen.
Are you serious?
When I was a kid, I mean now I don't like it, but when I was a kid, that was a cool concept to me to think like that you could like maybe there was a real North Pole or something. Like the way they showed it was like baller to you. Like when you see it in like Rudolph and stuff, it's like igloos and like stupid like little things, and then you see it was all like fucking fancy, and you're like, that would be a cool fucking place to hang out. Like,
I'm not saying it wouldn't be a bad gig, all right. But what I'm saying is I don't like the procedure of passing down the mantle of Santa Claus. I think that legally that is unreliable. It's as stupid as Green Lantern selection.
They don't. Yeah, I was going to say, dude, the concept is not good. I mean, as a kid, it was cool.
And additionally, I'm pretty sure that the guy who wrote that movie had just finished reading Piers Anthony's On a Pale Horse, all right, because it begins the exact same way as On a Pale Horse.
Right.
Is that Piers Anthony?
I don't know. But I know that, all Christmas movies you can poke holes in because it's about a fucking, don't, not spoiler alert for anybody, just in case you're listening, turn off your radios, but like about a fantasy fucking idea. So, in case you didn't know, I mean, maybe it might be real, but.
Well,
it's about a fantasy idea. All of them are. Also, I wanted to tell you something funny real quick about the Gremlins thing because there's a guy who owns a little convenience store by where I live at, and he's a Asian guy, and he had the long beard, and he asked me if I need anything else, and I was like, "Yeah, can I buy a Gremlin?" And I was just like laughing at my buddy, and he heard me, and he knew exactly what the fuck I was talking about. And the way he was looking at me was like the most awkward thing ever. He was like, "What?" And I was like, never mind. I didn't know you'd seen the movie and shit. You clearly seen the movie.
You asked for the wrong thing. You need to ask for a Mogwai. If you'd said Mogwai, they would know what you're talking about.
You need anything else? Yeah, can I get a Gremlin? Like laughing at my buddy, and then he's like staring at me, and then if you're laughing, and then you're like.
Here's the thing, though. If you have a Mogwai and you follow the rules, you'll never know what Gremlins are.
Yeah, don't feed them after midnight.
Yeah, you know.
It was just stupid, but yeah, those were two that I guess there's not a lot of. I don't think there's a lot of like newer Christmas movies, and I don't think there's really a lot of.
Elf.
Elf is funny.
Is a newer classic.
I like Elf. I like Will Ferrell. It is one of those overly though comedic things where it's like over like dramatic.
Well, it is a Will Ferrell movie.
With the Jim Carrey kind of does it too in some of them where it's like or Adam Sandler where they're kind of like not doing their comedy where they're kind of whoop da ba da and you're like. Thanks for making, I get it. I get the jokes.
You like my Hanukkah story?
Yeah, it's the character you're playing. I get it. So it's like, overly done. Elf was kind of like that. I think girls, I know my girl 100% wants to watch Love Actually, which is the worst fucking Christmas movie I've ever seen. But, I mean, I guess it's relevant. But I don't like it because it's fucking English people, you buttertooth Brits. Get off my TV.
I'm a fan of the Brits right now. They did a very good thing over this election. I'm proud of you, UK. If you go to my Facebook page, search for Shock Monkey Radio Redux on Facebook, you can see I posted a video show called "God Save the Queen." I'm very proud of you.
Did you?
Yeah, very proud of you.
Aren't they having like a horrible decision about how they're like running their like their little countries together or something?
Yeah, they have all sorts of.
They have like this. They made a thing where someone wanted to separate, and then it messed up their whole fucking their whole thing.
Yeah, the United Kingdom doesn't necessarily want to be united anymore.
Yeah,
but they have made this wonderful right turn over there across the pond, and I think they're actually going to leave the EU, and their economy is going to be booming very soon. As a matter of fact, I believe yesterday their stock market spiked after the election. So congratulations, UK. It's good.
Get off of our TVs. Then.
Nick is
Stay in politics.
Nick is very mad about Downton Abbey.
I'm still mad about the revolution.
Oh, still
The
mad about that?
Revolutionary War, yeah.
The Boston Massacre.
Fucking
Sons of
taxing
bitches.
us without representation and shit.
The Stamp Act?
Yeah.
Can you believe these sons of bitches?
Motherfuckers still, yeah. Trying to get off on that. I didn't forget. We don't forget.
Still mad about the Stamp Act, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway. Well,
Very cool, though.
Yeah. This has been Shock Monkey Radio.
Are we done?
We're going. Yeah, it's 7, bro.
Oh, it is. Yeah, this clock is different.
Oh, it's wrong.
Just by 1 minute.
1 minute. Oh, okay. Yeah. So.
Well, sorry to the British. You know, shout out to that girl who saved people.
Yeah. Sorry for making fun of England. Sorry making fun of gay people, elves, reindeer.
Anything we
Will
made fun
Ferrell,
of this year.
Bruce Willis.
Who else
could we possibly have?
For more information, refer to the United States Bill of Rights.
Exactly. So, yeah, be sure to check me out on YouTube. Search for the Madman lowercase. That's 3 words. The Madman in lowercase. Or you can just search Shock Monkey Radio. That's also 3 words. I also have books available on Amazon.com for digital download. Search for the author Scott L. Robbins with two T's and 2 B's. And please become a patron. Go to patreon.com/shockmonkeyradio. Help us out so we can get software that doesn't crash every 40 minutes or so.
Yep.
Yeah, so we won't see you until 2020, the year of Trump.
January 7th.
Yeah, and so Merry Christmas. I'm the Madman, and I love you.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Now, let me do this music thingy.
Do you got some?
Yeah, I got the music.
Bye.
Bye.